Good afternoon and welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz and we're live for the Grand Champions Polo Club. Field number 2 today for the Eastern Challenge, first round of our round robin. We got our teams ready to go. Let's start with Santa Rita. They'll be in the purple jerseys today. Please put your hands together for Riley Gansey playing the number 1. Good luck today, Riley. Playing the number 2, it will be, looks like, Jason Crowder out there. Or who we got? Alejandro at the number 2? All right, we're going to put Alejandro Navidia Estrada. Good luck, Alejandro. We're in number 2 today. And playing number 3 today will be Jason Crowder. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's going to be Santos Bellini, Tato. And we got Jason at the number 4. I do apologize. So Riley will play the 1. Alejandro will play the 2. Santos will play the 3. And Jason will play the 4. Playing for Newport today in the powder blue, beautiful Aspen Valley shirts will be Sugar Erskine. Playing number 2 today will be Gene Goldstein. Good luck, Gene. Playing the number 3 will be Santi Tocolino, Dale Sante. And, of course, the number 4, Secretary of Defense, will be Juan Bellini. I do apologize. They switched us around a little bit on the Santa Rita team. I forgot Jason does not like to wear the number 3 jersey. But these are very strong teams here. We are playing a round-robin setup. I remember each team will play 3 chukkers against each other. Winners will sit. Runners-up will continue. Now, the tournament committee this week put together the Eastern Challenge, so for your viewing pleasure. And the scores will carry over into Sunday. And remember, the game will be played at the NPC number 1 field, so make sure you put that on your calendars. As we are on field 2 today, and it looks like a pool table, and Riley Gansey's going to take advantage of that quickly here on the bowl-in. Takes it right out. Remember these round-robin setups, you want to score as quick as possible with only 3 chukkers against each team. I'll get into the 3rd team as we get going, and look at this, Riley Gansey right in front. Riley puts it back in front, perfectly picked up and taken around, and look at this. It's going to be Santa Rita early to score. We'll give the assist to Riley Gansey. And then Santos Bellini with the finish. Very important win in the bowl-ins here on the round robin. More important than in a regular game, believe it or not, based on the 3 chukkers again. Just condense everything down. All the teams are on the flat, so there will be no handicap here in the Eastern Challenge. And that'll make it very competitive. Picked up and controlled by Crowder. Jason in the green helmet now. Juan Bellini in the pink helmet. Backs it up cleanly, but that's trouble. As Estrada, Alejandro will control and work it down to the south goal. Inside, back to the near side. Good ball control here by Estrada. Goes off the back of the pony and bounces out of bounds. A little bad luck there for Santa Rita. Once again, we have Gaston Dorniak in the saddle today as our mounted official. I'll work as your second man, and, of course, our producers and polo extraordinaires in the studio will work it out. If we do need any type of replay, we can use the CTV Sports Studios to make sure we are 100% on our calls today. We get our first whistle of the day, and it's going to be a right-of-way violation. You can see that. We have one player coming down the field, player coming from right to left, crossing over the right-of-way. It's a little bit too far off the center there to move that ball down to the 60. Nobody downfield for a pass for the Newport team. So they'll bring that ball to center for penalty 5B, and it will be Juan Bellini to do the honors for Newport. Bellini and Tocolino. Juan's going to take a nice big tap here. He might as well. They gave him a lot of space at 60 yards, and now he's going to find Tocolino right around the 80-yard line. Santi, nice little play here. Goes to the inside. Good ride off by Crowder. Tocolino. And bad luck there as Tocolino takes it down, and it goes off the post, just off to the left side. And we'll get our first knock-in of the day for Santa Rita. Going to be Estrada now. Mixing it up a little bit here. Alejandro. Strada looking for Gansey. Goldstein in a good spot here. Gene puts a ride off on Riley. Nice, clean ride off by Goldstein, but a good cleanup by Crowder. Right in front of the Lugano billboard on the far side. And Tatos, remember those two? Those are two of our title sponsors for the 2026 season. Different sponsors, one jewelry, one mallets and polo gear. But you can check out Lugano and Tatos if you get an opportunity. On the move here, Newport's going to turn the defense into offense. And, Goldstein's got room to work. But Gansey applying pressure. Gene inside the 60. Takes a swipe at it. It gets controlled. And I think we're going to shut it down right there for our first courtesy change of the day. And remember the courtesy change. It is a USPA sanctioned procedure. And this is the perfect time to use that courtesy change as we are playing in Southern Florida right now. This is our spring season. We're coming to the end of the spring season. Beautiful weather as it is a little bit hotter, just a little more humid. So probably a little hotter for the four-legged athletes than the two-legged athletes. And remember, when players are riding 25 to 36 miles an hour down the field, it is like an air conditioner. So the players actually do feel a breeze when they are riding at speed, and the horses will feel that. And I will give you a few procedures you can do on the field if you are playing in the summer. Remember at the time when you do stop a horse on the field, and you are playing in an area that might be a little warmer, put their face into the wind. When the horse is standing and breathing and the wind is blowing in his face, it'll be like an air conditioner for the horse. It'll help cool the horse, and it does help the horse and the players. It's a little bit of a fun fact for you while you're playing your summer polo. Here we go with 3:20 on the clock. Fair play possession for Santa Rita, and they're all on good horses right now. Everybody on fresh legs. Nice pick up there by Riley Gansey. Oh, what a beautiful open back shot by Goldstein. And a whistle on the play. They'll stop the clock, 3:03. 1-0 here in our first chukker of our first leg, and we get our second whistle. Remember, you can go back to CTV Sports, watch all the games on all of our platforms. If you do not have the apps, you can get all of our apps. So we're going to get a right-away violation here, a little bit of a blocking foul. And they're going to drop the ball from the spot for a 5A, and it will be Estrada from about 120. Alejandro, and this is a well-hit ball. Has the distance, but off to the left side. Bellini playing goalie down there. You can see how he was hunting that ball as he tracked it in. Wind blowing from the, we're getting like a western, coming from the west today. So it will blow across the field here, and running towards the south goal might be a little easier as we get our certain gusts through the day. On the knock-in, picked up by Goldstein, turned around by Estrada. Moved down a little bit further by Crowder. He's going to find Riley. Gansey, nice pickup here. Down by Michael on his own, just off to the left side. So here in our first chukker, Santa Rita, controlling the offensive side of the stick, you could say, as Bellini sets up for his third knock-in of the game. So good offensive attack by Santa Rita. 2 minutes left here in the first chukker. On the outside, a couple players override, but good communication by Newport. And Tocolino will change the field. Tocolino looking for Goldstein, and he's got Gene. Good pickup here by Gene on the big chestnut mare. He'll take his time. Works it down in from left to right. Out of the air. Well done, Goldstein. Keeping it moving. Crowder going to lay one back. Bellini trying to take it out of the air. Trouble in paradise. Here comes Santa Rita, but look at Erskine coming on strong on the big base. Santa Rita breeding operation. Sugar. What a hook by Erskine. That's going to leave it for Riley. And Gansey's going to fire that one right through the center, I believe. Or did it go just wide? Oh, just wide. But what an attack but give up the second effort to Newport there. Erskine on a phenomenal bay pony chasing Estrada down the field, and then Gansey getting position on Bellini, has a nice attempt at goal, but just wide, and we have about 40 seconds left in our first chukker. Newport on the run, and Erskine said, let's keep it moving. Nice ride off by Estrada. Here comes your 30-second warning horn. 30 seconds left, and Riley Gansey's going to run the turn. Well done, Riley Gansey, under the neck. Keeping it moving. Estrada's got time. He's got options. Alejandro now looking for Bellini, and it's going to be a fun day because we got, Juan Bellini out of the air. Fabulous back shot, picked up by Estrada, looking for the buzzer beater here. And they'll run out of time, and Bellini holding down the fort there for Newport. So a very exhilarating and open first chukker. We are in for a fantastic game here, the Eastern Challenge. Field number 2, Grand Champions Polo Club. We'll get them on some fresh horses. 1-0 after 1. We'll be right back. Stay with us here on CTV Sports. Good afternoon and welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schatz, live for the Grand Champions Polo Club. We are in our second chukker of the Eastern Challenge. If you're just joining us today, welcome. We have Santa Rita Newport on the field right now. Santa Rita in the purple jerseys. We have Newport in the blue, powder blue. I call it aspen blue. Reminds me of the Aspen Valley Polo Club, which remember, summertime polo, July and August. Into September, you check out AspenValleyPoloClub.com. Deuce will be our final team today with Lorenzo Ramirez, Camacho Piedras, Nick Rodan, and Joseph Schwartz. They're in the tent right now. And if you just joined us, Santa Rita with Riley Gansey, Alejandro Nuviz Estrada, Santos Bellini, and Jason Crowder. Then in the Newport team today, we have Sugar Erskine, Gene Goldstein, Santi Tocolino, and Juan Bellini. Gaston Dorniak, our mounted official. Once again, thanks for joining us. We have 9 chukkers for you today. 8 more to go. And we will have Estrada on the knock-in here for Santa Rita. And he's going to find Riley Gansey once again. Riley gets a good piece of that one off the cane. Santa, looks like Tocolino's going to use Bellini as a little bit of a pick, a moving pick there, and actually worked very well. Takes it around the horn here. But Estrada will pick this one up with Erskine pressing. Good ball control here by Estrada. Love the little chestnut mare. Beautiful confirmation on this mare. Nice hook again by Erskine. Sugar doing a lot of work early here. He'll leave it for Tocolino, and Santi's going to crush one, and he's got Gene Goldstein, but maybe a little bit too far to the center, but Goldstein will pick it up and work it down the far right side. Autostrada back on defense. Look at this for the give and go. Well done, Gene. Oh, nice try for Newport there. You can see Tocolino running across the field there to pick up that give and go. Now a miss hit here. Tocolino, wow, look at this pony get around on his haunches. Turns it back inside, and Tocolino's going to finish it there on the broken play. So Santi Tocolino will get the equalizer, make it a 1-1 with 4:30 on the clock. A little bad luck there for Santa Rita. Strada had a good defensive play, tried to take it out there, had a little bad luck in the corner. Remember, those broken plays can be tough inside the 60. And I love the little mare Tocolino's on here. Santi getting a lot out of this little chestnut mare. I mean, she turned and burned there for him and just got him right to the post where he needed to be. And Tocolino's going to be active here in the bowling. Santi. Crowder with the ride off. Tocolino says, let's just gather a few more yards. And that'll give Estrada time to regroup. Alejandro taking a breath here. Might as well slow it down a little bit. Let's work it out, guys. And he finds Crowder. Crowder's got options. He's got Riley in the middle. He's got Santos down the left side. He looks for Riley. Nice choice. Gansey. Ooh, gets a piece of it, though. Just comes off, and look at this. Jason's going to regroup here and crush one from 130. And Jason Crowder is going to get a goal out of that. And that is the longest and the best goal of the day so far. Well done, Jason. Jason Crowder, he plays a lot of power polo. He's a one-hit player, and that's a perfect example on how you can use that. We had a little bad luck there. Riley was going forward, came off her pony, but no problem. Riley kept going downfield. Jason goes for the layup for Santos or Riley. And as I always say, those layup shots are usually the best goals, as Crowder will lay that one right in the middle. We're talking about power polo and that moving the ball. Memo Gracita and Carlos Casita, two of the top players in the world, were big, big believers in, of course, moving the ball in different directions with angle and playing that open back shot of that tail. They would actually hit the ball down as far as they could on defense to get the team to go on defense, the opposing team, and then they would line up to try to win the next play. They used that play a lot over the years, and out the years won them many championships. A lot of different polo being played these days with the control play. Congratulations to Pilot, winning the U.S. Open this year. Some very strong players there with the control, but you got to mix it up, and they do a lot of that, and that's playing that power polo and the control polo at the same time. You'll get a little bit of that on all the teams today here in the Eastern Challenge. Looks like we got everybody back on. We are going to give the players and the horses a little more time today on our courtesy changes in between chuckers. Safety of the four-legged athlete and the two-legged athlete. And here we go. 3 minutes on the clock. Estrada wins the bowl in. He's going to find Riley. Another beautiful horse is Confirmation. We're seeing a lot of the Santa Rita breeding operation out here today in this game. We had a lot of different breeding operations over the course of the spring season, but today you are seeing a lot of the horses that are coming from that breeding operation. So we get a blocking foul again, a right-of-way violation. Nobody moving anywhere. They'll go for the spot. Bellini will control. A lot of gray ponies on this chucker. Don't get mixed up, but we have 4 out of 8 players riding gray horses. Gene Goldstein. Gene works that ball nicely to the left side. Oh, it comes off the mount a little bit there, trying to go back from left to right. But I love the way Gene worked that ball down to the open space. Estrada is a very tough back, Alejandro. And anytime you can keep the ball further away from him, and I know Gene likes to play that fast running, gunning game, Estrada will do the knock-in. Loose ball play. Santos gets hooked, but that's going to work. Good job. Jason on the one touch. And here we go. As it's going to be picked up here, taken by Tato. Santos Bellini. Oh, look at this shot. From left to right, but just off the mark by a couple yards to the left. Newport dodging another bullet here because we're going on knock-in number 7. So Santa Rita still keeping that offensive attack going, and Bellini's going to go ahead and get one out to the far right side for Goldstein. Gene opening the chest-up mare up early. Going to get it over center. Positive possession here for Newport. There's the nice approach. Bring it in quickly. Goldstein. The approach. That is on the mark. Gene Goldstein, and I like it coast to coast like butter on toast as Juan Bellini will start it off with a fantastic knock-in. Tocolino enjoying that, giving love to his team, and well done, Gene Goldstein. That is a perfect approach and finish by the number 2 for Newport. We got a match going here, 2-2, as we're under a minute in this second of 3 chukkers. Both teams going at it. This is going to be a crucial 30 seconds. Here comes your horn. 30 seconds left here in the second chukker. Bellini going to Estrada. Good thought process there. He wants to slow Alejandro down a little bit, and he does his job. Estrada sneaks away, though, back to the inside. Checks the clock over his shoulder, Alejandro. That was cool. Comes off a pony, though. Bad luck, and look at this. Good communication as Bellini will leave it for Tocolino. They'll gather about 130 yards, and that'll end our second chukker. So we have a set of 2s on the board. A very, very competitive first leg of the Eastern Challenge. We'll be right back. All right, here we go, everybody. Third chukker action. First leg of the Eastern Challenge. If you're just joining us, you've come at a perfect time. If you've been here from the beginning of the game, you are enjoying just a amazing first leg here. It's been back and forth. Riley Gansey's going to get an opportunity here early again in the third chukker. Keeps it in behind Bellini. Now a shot on goal. That ball's going to stay right inside the 30. Riley's going to keep it moving all by herself and pick up her second of the day. Well, no, first of the day, but mixing it up very well. First goal by Santos Bellini. Second by Crowder. And now third goal by Riley Gansey for the Santa Rita team. Estrada doing a great job captaining the team in the middle of the field. And on the Newport team, they didn't score any goals in the first. And then Jean and Tocolino, Santi Tocolino, scored in the second. So 3-2 as Santa Rita's going to win another bowl in here. Very active, Santa Rita in the bowl-ins. And Estrada has Bellini going forward. Santos on another gray. Sugar. Good ride-off. Little tail shot. Perfectly placed to Tocolino. Santi not wasting any time. Looking for Goldstein. Jean leaving that open space. Nice play here by Goldstein. Great positioning. Crowder. Little flip to the inside. And Alejandro will turn it back up for Santa Rita. Hey, everybody going forward for Santa Rita. Crowder starts it. Alejandro gives it back to him. And Jason is going to launch one here. But again, good positioning by Erskine. Not the shot he was looking for. Riley's going to meet that ball. Not an easy play by Gansey. Now the shot on goal. And met in there by Erskine, and Sugar will work it out for Newport. Very, very close there for the Santa Rita team. They'll keep it moving, and they got Jean going forward. Needs to stay on the near side here, and he does. He gets a piece of it. Backed up. Nicely by Estrada. One touch by Jason. He's got Bellini going forward. Great second effort by Tocolino, but Riley in the cleanup spot. Gansey, and Riley Gansey will get ahead of Bellini and pick up another goal. I've mentioned this the last couple of weeks that Riley, her rotation in the game, playing the number one, but then also falling into the number 2 or number 3 position, has excelled her game to a very high level. She's a very active rider, and she can get in those spots, and that does give them another dynamic to their offensive attack. It has worked very well. She's picked up a lot of goals doing it. With 3:38 on the clock, that'll give them a 2-goal lead at 4-2. Santa Rita looking good here for the first leg. We'll get them on the courtesy change. Once again, everybody, if you're interested in taking some polo lessons, our polo school is in session. And you'll hear his name a lot said today, but Mr. Juan Bellini, you can get his number and he'll get you set up. Remember, Polo on Demand. Can't have a broadcast without talking about it. And we've had a lot of participants in Polo on Demand. You can demand any type of polo situation. Right now is a great time if you want to come down to Southern Florida and you want to make sure you get with the tournament committee before the week gets going if you want to do Polo on Demand so that they get you organized with your horses. If you do it at the highest level where you come in and you play a string of horses that suit you, and their expert staff will make sure they select the horses that you are very comfortable with. They have a number of horses, all different shapes and sizes, colors, if you like different colors. And get you organized with a team, and those pro players will help you take your skills to a higher level. It is all about honing in on your skills here in the spring. And it looks like we've got everybody back here for the bowl-in. Newport headed towards the south. Santa Rita headed towards the north. Bellini will win the bowl-in. Tocolino calls them off of it and turns it around here, and he's got Goldstein going forward. Santi. Tocolino is going to drop the head on the bay mare and get this mare running forward. He says, just fall in behind Gene. I got it. Tocolino. Shot on goal. Just off to the right. Santi had to pull up there a little bit on the final shot there. You can see that it wasn't exactly where he wanted that ball to be, but it just goes a little bit off to the right side. Santarita will line up. It'll be Estrada again. Alejandro taking all the knock-ins today for Santarita. He's got Riley Gansey going forward. Gansey, well done. She has been perfect on all of her first shots today, taking it forward, and now she's going to take it to the inside. Good ball control. Carries it inside the 30. Bellini cleans it up for Newport, and Erskine will regroup here. And he's got Gene Goldstein going forward. Gene's got to wait on this one a little bit. He does, and he waits on it just perfect as he takes it forward. Now he's got Crowder chasing, and Jason will make the defensive play and turn it back for Santarita. Gene coming back quickly on defense. 2 minutes left here in this third and final chukker of our first leg. Bellini. And they're going to go ahead and play this one out here. Bellini leaves that ball behind. Smart play by Juan, not to make a play on that, but he might go ahead and whistle it up here now. So they play the advantage there. I wasn't sure if Juan actually let that ball go on purpose because he knew he was going to foul. We'll see what they decide here on the field. Player coming, dumping down the field. They will play the advantage there. But if there's no advantage actually excelled, then they'll go ahead and blow it dead, and that's what they did there because you had Riley going forward with Alejandro. So good choice here by our mounted official to let that ball play out to see if the Santarita team could get a breakaway. Alejandro had to look up and make sure everything was safe there, so you have a little bit of an intimidation call. So they'll drop that ball for the spot on the intimidation call, and it will go for Santarita on the 5A. Gets blocked by Santi Tocolino. They need to get a quick goal here. Tocolino. 1:30 on the clock. Tocolino, if he could get one in here, they'll still have time. And we get a whistle to stop the clock with 1:31. That might work in their favor, because now Newport will go to the line, and if they can execute a positive possession here, that will give them time to get back to center and try to get the equalizer. And we got 25 seconds coming back after the goal is scored, so it's going to be close. But first things first, they got to get this penalty for 60-yard shot. And that actually probably was not a bad foul for the Santarita team. Here comes Tocolino with the 60. Santi just going to drive this one perfect there. And that was kind of different. He walked up to it, and then he got his horse galloping right at the end. A very smooth bay pony. Fires that one in, and as the clock ticks down here, they will get a bowling before it gets to about a minute left, and they will play out the final 30 seconds. So opportunity here for Newport to win this bowling. And Santarita's going to get it. Well done, Santos. Bellini laying it down right around the 60. Look at Estrada. Pushes Bellini off. Shot on goal, comes off the pony. Still in play. Tocolino will turn it up. He's going to find Juan Bellini on the side, and they have time. Here comes Newport. Goldstein looking for the pass. Juan, pretty pass here by Juan Bellini. Cleaned up nicely by Santos. And Jason will work it over to the far side right in front of the Boca Raton. Remember the Boca Raton Resort in Boca? Another one of our title sponsors. It looks like they're going to work this one out as Riley will work it down to the 60. And she might finish it off here. Now, that'll end it right there. Remember, the scores are going to carry over to Sunday, so the teams do want to keep scoring, even if they're winning in the final chukker of the leg they're playing in. So, Centerito will take this first one, 4-3, and that means they will take a break, and we'll give Gaston Dorniak an opportunity to get on a fresh pony, and we'll get ready for Newport and Deuce to play our second leg of the Eastern Challenge. Once again, stay with us here after our little break on CTV Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again a very warm welcome and a very good afternoon to you. You are here with us for the World Polo League's Triple Crown of Polo. Goal number 3 here for Riley Gansey. She can do no wrong. She's definitely got the Midas touch. Here Cambiasso for the Boca Raton. The Boca Raton, here we go. The winners of the WPL's Triple Crown of Polo, the Boca Raton. The MVP, Riley Gansey.
It's an honor to represent the Boca Raton. When I'm not on the field, it's one of my favorite places to be. Team Juice, Mark Gansey, Antonio Higgy, Balto Castagnola, and Colo Gonzalez. A little under the neck shot, he hammers that one away. What a great finish here by Mark Gansey.
Welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz, and we are live Grand Champions Polo Club, GCPC, field number 2. Man, looks fantastic out there. Looks like a lot of fun playing polo on world-class fields like that. We got a little change now, and it's going to be Deuce in the black jerseys. I'd like to welcome Deuce. Lorenzo Ramirez playing the number 1. Camacho Pierres will wear the 2. Nick Roldan will wear the 3 today. And Joseph Schwartz, Mom Tracy, one of our managers here, field managers. So she always enjoys watching her son play. And Joseph doing a great job with his polo career. Great opportunities here to play for Deuce in the spring season. They'll mix it up, and they're going against Newport. And you know the Newport team if you were watching earlier. If not, I'll bring you up to speed real quick. Sugar Erskine at the 1, Gene Goldstein at the 2, Santi Tocolino wearing the 3, and Juan Bellini wearing the 4. They're in the blue jerseys. Fresh leg here. Second leg of our round robin, the Eastern Challenge. The Newport team, they're warmed up, so they're going to come out pretty hot. And they're already showing that. Both teams evens. So we start on the flat, 0-0. Nice layup ball by Tocolino. Nick Roldan doing it all. Defense into offense, all Nicky. Ooh, bad luck right there. Tocolino spins it around quickly here for Newport. And Gaston on a beautiful blonde-looking Palomino today, our mounted official. Even Steven as they go back and forth. Tocolino will work it down inside the 30 here. Joseph trying to hold him off. And I think you might get a whistle here. Yeah, you're going to get a penalty 1. Penalty 1. And we will get a penalty 1 out of that. So we will give a goal to the Newport team. And possession in the middle of the field on the penalty 5A. Blocking. Anytime a player fouls in the vicinity of the goal to actually try to save a goal, they will get the penalty 1 called on them. Tocolino doing a good job staying composed to keep that ball in there. Joseph Schwartz getting caught in a tight position. Sometimes it's better just to let them score because of the possession that you get in center now. So little food for thought there if you do get caught in that situation. 5A coming for Juan Bellini for Newport. 4:29 on the clock. Bellini works it all the way down, but picked up nicely by Deuce. And it'll be the first touch of the day for Camacho Pierres, Tomachito. Camacho's going to open the Bay Pony up, and we got a foot race. Juan Bellini trying to get out there. Camacho. Whoa. Everybody overrides. And Sugar coming in hot. Ooh, I thought he might. Oh, what a try by Camacho Pierres. He almost stole that ball. That was very cool, actually. Nice try, Camacho. And now it'll be Joseph and Gene. But Joseph will do his job and take the man out for Roldan, Nick. Nick from about 140. Doesn't get all of that ball. Sugar, Camacho, and the whistle on the play. I think that's a pretty easy one for you to see right there. That's a good example of a right-of-way violation. We'll use our courtesy change here. I'll break it down for you. Remember our imaginary line, and a lot of people that play the game understands the imaginary line. New fans do not. And the line is imaginary everywhere on the polo field. It is everything on the polo field. 80% of the fouls called are based on that imaginary line, the right-of-way, used in correct terms in the USPA polo rules book. And you cannot impede that right-of-way. Camacho Pierres is going to meet that ball. That's a little different now. Player usually following the ball has a right-of-way over a player meeting the ball, but Camacho Pierres was 100% on the right-of-way. And being that he was 100% on the right-of-way, anybody that's coming on to that right-of-way that's following the ball, if they cross it, will get called. They're going to get a penalty 3 out of that. That's an open goal from 40 yards out. Nick Rodan's going to walk up to that ball and hit it very deep, but wide to the left. So during the Kersey change, Nick went ahead and they went ahead and moved that on, let them take the penalty, but they're going to miss that one, so that'll keep it at 1-0 for Newport. Camacho Pierres. Camacho looking for Roldan. Nice hit, but a little bit too far. Bellini will back it up. Loose ball. Camacho, Sugar. And Sugar makes 2 plays on it. Joseph. Hook in there by Tocolino. Tail shot coming. Juan Bellini going forward. Bellini backs it up. Called for an open shot here. Roldan will take it out of the air. Well done, Nick. Now Nick taking on 3 blue jerseys. This could be a problem as Nick Roldan has room to work. Roldan, Tocolino's got a sacrifice. And bad luck. Nick, it popped up in the air. Nick went to volley that ball, which, you know what, playing for Deuce, he's going to have to learn how to volley because being a paddle club, Deuce, that's opening this summer in Palm Beach, he's going to be doing a lot of volley play at Deuce. He does take it out of the air nicely, but it goes off to the left side, and Juan Bellini will line up for Newport. Good coverage here. Nick and Tocolino backed up. Crowd for Joseph Schwartz. Joseph will win that one. Ooh! Tocolino. It went off his arm there, but Santi, no problem. So they're going to keep playing. You all right, Santi? Looks like he's okay. That was a well-hit ball, but he's okay, so they're going to keep playing. Nick. Nick will override there. Who's going to get back to this one? Tocolino. Santi now. I love the way this little mare pins her ears back when she runs. More aerodynamic. Now she'll take it to the inside. That's a good little move by Santi Tocolino. Wow, that's all Caballo right there. What a nice pony that is. Going to the right, juking back to the left. He gets everybody turning to the right on that little bay mare, and then she makes a great move. Brings it back to the left side, gives Tocolino clean air to shoot at. And look at this. That'll take him to our 30-second warning horn. Ball still in the umpire's hand, so that'll end the chukker and give Newport a 2-goal lead after one chukker in our second leg. So Newport keeping the energy up from their first 3 chukkers. That's the way you do it. See if Deuce can return with a energizing second chukker. We'll get them on some fresh ponies, and we'll be back for our 5th chukker of the day, our second chukker of our second leg, the Eastern Challenge. All right, welcome back, everybody. Second chukker of our second leg. Once again, Newport, which doesn't really amaze me. They sometimes don't play teams on these round robins when they do play those first three chukkers and they become the runners-up or do not win the first three. They got that energy going. They got that gel going. It sometimes takes the team that comes in the center to get going, a chukker or so. It makes sense. You just hope that the team that was playing against isn't too warmed up. In this case, Sugar Erskine, comes off his helmet there. Because Deuce had a very, very strong beginning. Just a few missed shots here and there. Broken play, Tocolino, and he's going to crush that one. So another broken play. And you know what happens on broken plays. They're going to advance this one quickly and make it 3-0. But a lot of time left here in the second chukker. So Deuce back to the center. For any of the new viewers out there, they are switching directions. Do not get confused with that. Well done here by Erskine. On the, wow. Back shot from Erskine. Tocolino is going to find Gene Goldstein. Gene makes a neutral play. And that was actually a good play by Lorenzo Ramirez. He actually got called off of that ball in the middle of his swing, so he did not miss that ball. He was told to leave it, and a very good play by Camacho Pierres to tell him to leave it. Now Nick will work it down, looking for Lorenzo or Joseph. Look at Joseph working on Sugar. Sugar wins the ride off, gets the back shot. Tocolino moves it a little bit further. Great open polo here by Newport at the moment. They are dialed in. It's going to be, that's a nice pass here from Camacho Pierres right to Nick Roldan. Well done. Que jugador right there. Camacho Pierres and Nick Roldan. That is what you got to watch out for now. When these guys get dialed in, you need to be careful. Roldan and Pierres. And that was synchronicity at its finest as Nick was already moving and calling for that when Camacho's mallet was in motion. Well done, boys. 3-1. They're going to win the bowl in here, too, and keep the energy going. Roldan. Camacho. He's got to deal with Tocolino. Santi gets a nice little leg on him. Camacho leans way out of the saddle there. And Tocolino. Back to the Tocolino that we know. And him and Goldstein have been keying up today. Gene moves it forward. Goes near side. Nice pick up here. Neutral play by Lorenzo. That'll work for Roldan. And we'll go to a courtesy change. So great passing here by Tocolino and Goldstein. They have that dialed in. Bellini doing a fine job at the number 4 and Sugar working hard at the number 1 position. Newport looking like a very well-oiled machine, and that's going to carry into Sunday. Deuce getting stronger and stronger every minute, and they are going to go to another level. This is only their second chukker. Lorenzo filling in today for Mark Ganzi. They'll switch that up on Sunday. Lorenzo doing a good job. You will see the 3-man combination of Joseph Schwartz, Nick Roldan, and Camacho Pierres. Looks like we're going to just get a couple takers here, so a lot of the guys are going to stay on their 4-legged athletes. And some beautiful confirmation out there as you see the players. And again, hats off to the field crew. Field 2 looking like a pool table today. I mean, just unbelievable. And don't forget to check out all the backdrops as the game goes on. We got the Boca Raton, which is just an amazing resort. They were our title sponsor. You need to make sure you get the Boca. Casablanca, of course, everybody wearing one on their helmets and as much Casablanca gear as possible. Don't forget about the Aspen Valley Polo Club. We talked about summer polo, AspenValleyPoloClub.com. Santa Rita Polo Farm, probably one of the most beautiful polo farms in the world here in Wellington, Florida. The WPL, World Polo League, played all season long, 26-goal polo, highest polo in North America, outside of Argentina. Grand Champions Polo Club, it's all here, and you've been seeing it daily. Of course, Chucker TV, which is also CTV Sports. Tell all your friends. YouTube, Chucker TV, or go to CTV Sports, all our platforms. Lugano and Tatos. Here we go. Camacho's going to call like Lorenzo off the ball again, and they work that play well. Now Lorenzo gets in on the mix. Lorenzo goes for Bellini. Bellini with a clean ride off there. Now they're going to find Gene again. Whoa, Roldan tries to pick it up. Gene applying the pressure. Goldstein doing his job. Now he'll leave him for Bellini. Nick's going to go head-to-head here with Juan. Sugar. Oh, great sacrifice by Sugar. Joseph Schwartzo. And, oh, man, that is so close. Joseph actually steals it out of the air on the back shot. Nick had a very, very tough angle on the back shot. Shoots it across the goal mouth, and Bellini will bring it in with 2 minutes left here in the second chukker of our second leg. It's going to be Erskine. Big ball there, but nobody home but Camacho. Good read by Tocolino. Better by Nick. Perfectly hit ball there by Camacho Pierres. Nick's going to work it down into the coffin corner and tries to volley that ball, but it goes off the outside. And Newport will line back up for another knock-in. Neutral polo at the moment, but 3-1. Newport doing a good job early to get a little bit of a lead here in the second leg. Deuce jumping on every loose ball play as quick as possible. Camacho Pieta jumping the boards there after the shot. Now it's going to be Erskine. Into the corner he goes. And Tocolino's there. Nick would have to jump the boards, so Tocolino had control. Tocolino saying, come on, Sugar. As a true captain would, waiting for his players to get out in front. And now click us under a minute. Santi. Nice try, Lorenzo. Be careful of that play because Gene Goldstein's going to get the breakaway. Oh, well done, Gene. Takes a neutral play and leaves it for Erskine. Unselfish polo, but off to the right side. And that ball will roll out of bounds right at our sounding of our 30-second warning horn. So umpire Dorniak will go ahead and line him up for a knock-in on that beautiful Palomino. And we will be ready for our third chukker of our second leg. 3-1. Let's see if Deuce can come back. Our final three chukkers will be Deuce against Santa Rita. So stay with us here on CTV Sports.
Give me what I want.
They're live and they're playing. Here we go, our third and final chucker of our second leg. Quick knock in there by Roldan. They came out of the gates like the Kentucky Derby. That's a good sign. Little change in the weather here, coming from the north now. So this is going to help teams running to the south goal. And it will be a huge, huge advantage here on field 2 at the Grand Champion Polo Club. That wind is gusting, cooling it off, and it's going to give the opportunity for these big ball hitters like Roldan to shoot from way out. Here comes Nicky. And that's what I'm talking about. Roldan's going to use the wind, and that's going to help him drive one down for Camacho Pierres. Camacho, nice pickup. He keeps it in behind Tocolino. And well done, Camacho Pierres. And I don't want to say I'm a mind reader, but what a play by Deuce as they turn that across the field, use the advantage of the wind. Roldan bounced it off the boards like a fifth man and then drove one down to Camacho Pierres. And once they get in sync, you got to watch out for these two guys. And they were already running Camacho just in a perfect spot. I mean, it's poetry in motion to watch. It's a lot of fun to see when these guys, girls and guys, when the teams get in sync. And that is a perfect example of it. Now, don't get me wrong, Camacho made an amazing play there on another very, very strong bay pony here from the Santa Rita breeding operation, shutting it down behind Tocolino to give him the opportunity to finish there on two strong players, Bellini and Tocolino. Right-of-way violation, blocking in the middle of the field, 5A. It'll be Bellini for Newport. 3-2 here with 4:50 on the clock. Roldan will slow it down for Deuce. Looking for Lorenzo. Good coverage by Goldstein. Gene going back on defense there. So Gene all over the place today, playing offense and defense. He does love to impress and loves to get out in front. Comes off the pony, so bad luck there for Tocolino. Camacho's got Roldan going forward, and this is what I'm talking about. Here they go. Roldan. Bellini's got to go ahead and get it going here. Roldan's going to run the turn on him. There's the drag, and that's a perfect drag. That ball might go on its own. Yes, it will, and there you go. Now you got the opposite. You got Camacho Pierres finding Roldan, and that is the key to the money. And look at this, 3-3. As we come back to center, we're going to get a courtesy change coming here. I love they switched that up now, and now Nick was going forward, and Camacho was facilitating the ball at a high level. 3:38 on the clock. That'll stop us down for our courtesy change. Final courtesy change of our second leg. Remember to keep an eye out for Deuce as they open this summer down in the West Palm Beach area. Organic store. They have it all there, Deuce. Get online, check the whole setup out. Congratulations to everybody involved there. Looking forward to playing some paddle myself. I never got to play it. I got to watch it on the internet. It looks like a lot of fun. And great health organization. Once again, we'd like to thank everyone here at the Grand Champions Polo Club for an amazing 2026 season, especially our tournament committee doing a fantastic job. We had some great games on Sundays. We had our lot of great matches and through the season. Everybody back quickly here. So we're going to get it going. 3:38 on the clock, 3-3. Anybody's second leg here. Remember, scores are carrying over, though, so this is preliminary. Tocolino comes off the pony of Roldan, and Nick will work it down. He's got Camacho in the rumble seat. Camacho calls for it. Now Camacho looking for Nick. What a well-placed ball, Camacho Pierres. Are you kidding me? Oh, no, just off to the right side. Nick wants that one back. It looked like Camacho was going to go for the goal, but that would have been an easy play for Bellini to back out of there, so he actually went to the right. Not an easy play for Nick. He had to lean way out, but I like the thought process there. He actually tricked me. And but it goes offside for a knock-in. Bellini will find Sugar. Erskine playing the one-touch. And he's got Gene Goldstein going forward. Gino, well done, Gene. Nice pickup on the Baymare. Oh, keeps it rolling. That's got Tocolino. Oh, bad luck, Sugar. And look at these guys. Ooh, that is fire, fire, fire right there. Hot, hot, hot. Newport starts with Erskine. Gene Goldstein doing a perfect job at the number one, pulling the ball forward. He doesn't need to take it to the goal, just get it moving forward. That gives Tocolino time to fall into the rumble seat. Little bad luck on the hop for Tocolino, but that gave Sugar time to get in his spot. And the man who started the play finishes the play. 4-3 with 1:55 on the clock. Tocolino from a standstill. Right to Erskine. Good defense from Joseph. Loose ball play turned up by Camacho Pierres. Everybody going forward. Looking for Roldan. He's got him. Oh, Nick, that was a nice play out of the air. Erskine going to read this one. Snap, goes the back shot. Good. Oh, what a beautiful horse here. Now Camacho Pierres. Oh, look at Camacho. He actually slams that mare down. She stopped perfectly for him, and then she jumped out for him, but he leaves the ball behind, and Tocolino's going to turn it for Newport. A lot of energy here in the final minute of our final chukker of the second leg. Roldan looking to get the equalizer. Has to deal with Tocolino first. Does. Now, looking for Camacho. Little short. Good read by Pierres. Leaves it for Roldan. They all come together. Nick gets through the crowd. Nick Roldan, and Nick Roldan is going to get the equalizer here. They will play out the final 30 seconds. I do not think they're going to make it to center. I like the play there. I mean, Bellini wants a foul, but that ball is actually pushed back the other way. He's got to let the man clear. So you can go ahead and argue now. They might finish this up here. 37 seconds left. So we'll see what they decide. They get another penalty, I guess, or no goal. All right, so you're going to get a penalty on the play before the goal. And that makes sense. So we had a penalty, so do not count the goal. It was 4-3 still. Roldan got fouled going to the goal. Open goal penalty 2. 30-yard shot for Nick, and he's going to go ahead and capitalize on that. And the clock goes tick, tick, tick. And they probably will not make it back. They're going to try. Let's see what happens. They're going to be real close. It's going to be right around there. You might get a 3-second boost, and Nick wants it. Roldan's like, come on, y'all. Santi says, I'm going to finish up here. Tocolino. They're going to get the 3 seconds. Here it comes. And it looks like they're going to go ahead and just concede it both. Both teams are going to say, no worries, and let it go. Okay, so they're going to carry these scores over anyways for Sunday. So 4-4. So we'll go ahead and put that in the books, and we'll mention that as they come into the field 4-4. Now, remember on Sunday when you do watch the game, it's going to be at the NPC, number one field, these scores will carry over, so you will see the actual score that they had at the end of their leg. So don't let it mix you up a little bit. Sometimes fans have missed our Friday games. They do get a little mixed up. So we'll explain that to you on Sunday, though. So we'll leave this one 4-4, a very strong second leg. We're going to go ahead and get the Santa Rita team ready to go. I want to thank the Newport team with Gene Goldstein, Sugar Erskine, Santi Tocolino, Juan Bellini. Well done today, guys. And we'll be back for our final 3 chukkers of the evening. CTV Sports, the Eastern Challenge.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again a very warm welcome and a very good afternoon to you. You are here with us for the World Polo League's Triple Crown of Polo. Goal number 3 here for Riley Gansey. She can do no wrong. She's definitely got the Midas touch. Here Cambiasso for the Boca Raton. The Boca Raton, here we go. The winners of the WPL's Triple Crown of Polo, the Boca Raton. The MVP, Riley Gansey.
It's an honor to represent the Boca Raton. When I'm not on the field, it's one of my favorite places to be. Team Juice, Mark Gansey, Antonio Higgy, Balto Castagnola, and Colo Gonzalez. A little under the neck shot, he hammers that one away. What a great finish here by Mark Gansey.
Good afternoon and welcome back to our final leg of the day, Deuce against Santa Rita, and Deuce is found their rhythm, I could say. Took them a chucker to find that rhythm, but once they got in that rhythm, they were rocking and rolling. And let's break it down for you. Santa Rita coming back with Riley Gansey playing the 1, Jason Crowder with the 2, Santos. Oh, I do apologize. We got Alejandro Estrada wearing the 2, and Santos Bellini wearing the 3, and Jason Crowder wearing the 4. Deuce, Lorenzo Ramirez wearing the 1, Camacho Perez wearing the 2, Nick Rodan with the 3, and Joseph Schwartz wearing the number 4. Gaston Dorniak in the saddle on another beautiful horse. Switch the colors up here. I love the colors today, Gaston. Throwing all different color horses today for the umpires. He was on a Palomino. He was on a chestnut, a Palomino, and now on a dark bay pony. And it looks like they're ready to go. So our final three chuckers will be right here. And remember, join us on Sunday. Polo school in session tomorrow. If you're interested in doing some polo lessons. And let's see how quickly the Santa Rita team gets back to that rhythm that they had in the first three chukkers. They played very well to start off the 2026, the Eastern Challenge. Little control play here early, and then the dynamic duo of Pierres and Roldan. Well done to Macho. Looks like Roldan going forward, bounces off of him. Now he'll put it down to center, and that's a half swing. Good ride in Lorenzo Ramirez. Oh, Lorenzo, he has learned a lot over the years. I remember watching Lorenzo Ramirez play in lead line with the PTF. That's where the parents lead the horses around. Lisa, his mom, one of our top managers here. Grand Champion Polo Club, Aspen Valley Polo Club. Lorenzo just doing a great job there, going from right to left to position himself for an easy finish. He made it look a lot easier than it was. And he'll get his first goal of the day, make it a 1-0 here early. Crowder changing his helmet up on us. He had the green helmet on in the first three. Now he's wearing a maroon helmet. Stolen away and turned out by Roldan, and Nick will work it forward. Nick trying to keep it moving. No, just a little late as Alejandro timed that perfectly. Notice that Nick did not run by him on the near side, everybody. And that's a play that a lot of people make because that's an easy hook for Alejandro. But being a skilled, higher-level player, one of the highest-rated American players, Nick Roldan, knowing to stay with the man there, you can learn a lot from that play. Turned around in control now again by Roldan, and that's why he's always in the perfect spot, and he'll find Camacho. Both teams kind of feeling each other out here in this first chukker of our third leg. Good turn by Crowder. Lovely pass. Looking for Riley. Riley gets a piece of it. That was not an easy play. Coming from the center back to the right. Nice attempt. Roldan. Good pressure by Bellini. And Nick's got to work here as Riley and Santos containing Roldan until he launches one. Look at that. Camacho picked the man up, goes to the near side, and that is going to just be a squeaker off to the left side. But another great play to learn there, and you learn that in the polo school, the man, the line, the ball. You notice how Camacho went to the man first, puts the man on his hip, pushes the man wide, waits for the pass to hit, and then he has all of the room to play that ball. Has to play a near side shot there, but it worked out well to be able to get a shot off, and that'll take us to our courtesy change with 3:32 on the clock. If you have any questions or anything about the game of polo, please send them in to CTV Sports. We'll try to get back to your questions. If we don't get back to them on a broadcast, we will definitely get back to them later. Send them in to our executive producer, Mike Ferreira. He'd love to get all your questions. Send them out to all of us, and we will watch them. All of our analysts here at CTV Sports will break them down for you. Try to help you out with your game of polo. Because as we say here at CTV Sports around the world, we do love the polo. Thank you to Vanilla Ice. Quickly changed here. Everybody coming back ready to go. And that ball went just off the field, so they'll go ahead and line it up for a knock-in for the Santa Rita team. With the wind at their back, this should be a Nice control play for Alejandro Naviz Estrada. Big shout out to Fred Mannix. Played all season long in the spring, Fred. We enjoyed watching you play, and the Alegria breeding operation. Some beautiful ponies. And a big shout out to all the Mannixes. Back and forth, here we go. Tail shot from, they were yelling tail. Everybody was yelling tail, and Joseph put it there. But now they kind of come together, and Joseph will turn it back upfield. Nice little turn, good composure by Schwartz. Looking for Lorenzo, but he's got to deal with Crowder. Jason will drag it forward. And a regroup here. It's going to get help from Alejandro. That's the way you get help. Alejandro says, I got it. And that's going to work here. Riley perfectly plays ball for Gansey. Riley, nice spot. Riley, look at this shot by Riley Gansey. Oh, man, just off to the side. But again, good polo, good shooting. And that is a very quick, I want to say 230-yard run there by the Santa Rita team after Alejandro took the ball from Crowder. So Santa Rita here already back to where they were in the first leg with 2 minutes left in this first of 3 to finish it out. So good job here by Santa Rita. Santos dealing with Roldan. Met in there by Tamacho. Controlled and left for Alejandro. Estrada will control. Nice little duck and dive move there. Back to Crowder. Jason, wow. Pull out the driver, Jason Crowder. That ball's going to lay just inside the 40. Cleaned up by Roldan. Turn and burn by the dynamic duo. And here comes Tamacho Pierres. Pierres on the far side. He's got Joseph Schwartz out in front. Pierres still in control. Little bit of a miss hit. Good cleanup by Crowder. Loose ball play. Going to be Bellini. Santos. Good work to get there before Tamacho. Now he's got to deal with Pierres, though. Tamacho wins the ride-off. Everybody comes to a standstill. And Alejandro sneaks away with it. Everybody man to man here. Picked up and taken. Lorenzo leaves it for Roldan off the doorstep. And Nick's going to run the turn here with 35 seconds on the clock. Here comes Nick. Roldan by himself. He's got Alejandro chasing. 30 seconds left here in the first of 3. Nick and Alejandro. Well done, Nick. On the slow play turn. Now he's got Tamacho in the center. Tamacho going to the speed stick. Finds Alejandro, though. 11 seconds on the clock. Looking for some yardage. Tamacho will bounce it off the pony. Alejandro still has time to gain a few, and he will. Well done there. Well done. Good plays by everybody. A lot of energy at the end of the chukker. We're in for a great final 2 chukkers. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back. All right, beautiful day at the Grand Champions Polo Club, everybody. And 2 more chuckers left. I want to give it up to all the players today. Great horsepower, great energy. Just a lot of fun to watch. I hope you're enjoying it here on CTV Sports. We love this kind of game when they get in. I'm a big fan of the round robin. It's a different game. The different game now. You got to be ready. And I love the dynamics of it. And it really does change your focus. But I'm going to give it up to all the players coming out very strong and being very, very active today, especially here in the closing weeks. Always brings a tear to my eye. I love the game of polo, and I always love when seasons ends. But we always move on. And remember, summertime is right around the corner. Here we go. What a save! And that is the way you get it done quickly. As Crowder's going to win the bowling for Santa Rita and finish one and get the equalizer early. Very well done there by the Santa Rita team. Alejandro was in the spot, did not need to touch it, but he was ready for the slam dunk. Very similar in basketball when a player throws it up in the hoop. And we're back to the center. These two teams match up so well. I got to give it up to the tournament committee all spring long. The games have been very, very evenly matched. Remember, we do switch the teams up in the spring to give the players the opportunity to play with different players. Makes it a lot of fun. Roldan's going to fire one from about 80 yards out. He finds Lorenzo and just off to the right. A little bad luck on the shot. But again, getting the offensive attack. We go to the knock-in for Santa Rita. All the teams today have worked the knock-in well. Remember, you're always looking for that positive possession, trying to get the ball at least to center. Roldan's going to win this little battle, lay it inside the 60, and look at Camacho Pierez all by himself. Camacho Pierez, and they are getting it done. Nick and Camacho looking like a well-oiled machine once again. That's a nice layup ball by Nick. Not overhit. Used the wind perfectly. Laid it down. Gave Camacho time to get down underneath it. And Pierez is deadly inside the 60. 2-1 with 4:20 on the clock. Hello, Aspen, Colorado. Here we go. Going to be picked up and controlled by Alejandro. Alejandro, he's been doing a lot today also, playing the defense and the offense. Controlled here. Crowder will sacrifice on Camacho. And a nice pass here by Camacho Pierez. Pierez will get just inside, looking for Lorenzo. Alejandro using the old Bill Young bull. And he's a tough guy to deal with, so Alejandro's going to take his time here. Lorenzo does his job. They're going to find Riley. Riley, great spacing today by Gansey, and Riley gets out in front. Once again, 100% on the first runs there, and she's carried the ball in and moved the team forward. So she should be a force to be reckoned with on Sunday. They have to keep an eye on her. Lorenzo. Whoa, little overswing there. Slow it down a little bit, but he gets it through. Nick try. Oh, what a steal here by Roldan. And the two big guns are going at it, Roldan and Estrada. It goes back and forth with these guys, but Roldan will win this one. Now they're going to run the turn. Oh, Roldan mounted up here. Makes a turn, leaves it for Pierez. Camacho slows it down, goes to the walk for a hit there, and he actually laid that off. That will take us to our courtesy change, so you're going to get a fair play possession here. 2:47 on the clock, so good call by our mounted official. Very clean games. All three legs today were very, very, very clean. It has not been a penalty shot contest. We've had about 4 or 5. All three teams have done well from the line, so you want to be careful of that on Sunday. as they redesign. What's really fun about carrying the scores over and, playing a round robin setup, especially when you do 2 days, then the tournament becomes a whole nother level of polo because, you got to get through the first leg. But then when you go into Sunday, if you have some goals, because you want to get as many as you can on Friday, but we've had them very, very close going into Sunday, and it has not made a difference there, but it does make a difference. We've seen a lot of teams change their lines up. They change up the ways they're playing, the positions the players are playing. There's a lot of different things go into it. So it's always fun to see how the teams kind of adapt and conquer as they come into Sunday. I believe the Mallet will be open also down there at the NBC. I think they had it open for Mother's Day, so it should be open on Sunday if you're looking to have fun. And it's fun to see the Grand Shade Polo Club and, of course, the NBC coming together, especially during the spring season, dividing, playing the pole together. Here we go. Riley Gansey, once again, 100% on those first shots, carrying it nicely. Gets it down, gets a little help from the pony. Good riding here by Gansey. Riley, she got the next shot down all the way across, gets on her own ball, which, again, that is a very, very talented four-legged athlete right there. Riley mounted very well. Again, Santa Rita breeding operation. You notice how when she came from right to left there, that little mare just turned perfect. It is not easy to jump on your own neck shot. Now, Joseph Schwartz, he said, let me run with it. Joseph's going to get out in front, and this horse can mortally fly. Joseph slows it down and goes for the power finish and just off to the right. But that chestnut can run. We have seen some very fast horses today. All right, Alejandro, with the wind at his back, going to find Jason Crowder. Now they're going to deal with Nick. Nick's going to go ahead and just scrape on by, run on by. I'm going to go good on the 9 call there. Jason kind of pulled out of that. Little turn and burn. Nick on the inside, love the little liver chestnut. Love that color. Nick's going to work it all the way down here. Shot on goal. And that's a golazo right there. That's Nick Rodan. That is finest right there. Perfect situation once again. Goldstein did it earlier today. You don't need to go right to the goal. Rodan keeps that ball to the left, using the space to keep it away from Estrada. And because he does that, it gives him an extra 20 yards. And then he's got to hit the cut shot. And he does it to perfection to get the goal for Deuce. 3-1 as we click down. They will get another bowl in here with 38 seconds on the clock. And away we go. Santa Rita like to get one here at the end of the second. Estrada. Alejandro looking for Riley. Well done, Lorenzo. Does his job. Now leaves it for Roldan. And Nick looking to go again. He'll override. Riley leaves it for Crowder. They got to give one play. Stolen away by Alejandro. And Alejandro's going to get one. And he does. Well done, Santa Rita, on the buzzer beater. But he doesn't need to worry about that, making it 3-2. So get ready. We are going to prepare for our final chucker of the day, our 9th chucker. 3rd chucker of our 3rd leg. 3-2. Gaston Dorniak said, let's get them going. One more chucker left, and we'll be back. And remember to join us on Sunday for the finals of the Eastern Challenge. Stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, here we go. What a day we've had here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. I hope you enjoyed our broadcast, CTV Sports. I'm having a lot of fun. 6:30 left. Riley Gann's going to win the bowling here. And this has been a very evenly matched leg. So it's going to be interesting to see how they finish. We're going to see the top ponies right now. Nick Rodan. Woo! That ball went higher than it did. Whoa, look at that. Well done, Nick. Takes it out of the air, no problem. Riley applying the pressure. Riley still in there. Nick trying to go by everybody. Crowder puts a little hip on him, and Nick goes for the deep, deep, deep neck shot. And good job there by Jason. I like the dynamic duo of Jason and Riley there working together. Riley's still trying to make the hook when Jason's making the bump. On a guy like Rodan, that's a good thought. If I was coaching that team, I would definitely use Riley for that all day long. And Riley is very, very good and quick on the defensive side, so she can keep that pressure up coming from behind. Gansey takes a swipe at it. Santos going to fire it down. Nick gets a piece of it. Jason going to go, overshot. Nice, well, all around there. Santos puts the ball right down in play there. Nick almost stopped it. And Jason had to fire the near side neck shot, over hit to the right, knocking coming. Rodan for deuce. Looking for Tamacho. Wow, what a horse here. Tamacho Piedez once again. He rides a lot of good-looking bays. Everybody trying to get it from Estrada, and Alejandro's like, come and get it. Alejandro, well-placed ball for Riley. Jason fills the gap, leaves it for Santos. Good rotation by Santa Rita. Nick having to regroup here, and he'll take it into the corner. And now find Lorenzo. Lorenzo slowing it down. Good little play here. I'm very impressed with Lorenzo Ramirez today. One of our younger players on the field. Also, his timing plays. That's the play I'm talking about, running by on the near side. Be careful. Estrada will take the mallet from Joseph and regroup for Santa Rita. Offside play, near side play. Crowder just doing it all. Out of the air. Are you kidding me? Nick, that was crafty. He takes a little fake back shot, then turns in. Now he's going to it. You see a couple runs here as they get closer to this final Kersey change here. Everybody looking to break loose here. It's going to be Bellini, Santos. Joseph putting the pressure. Oh, Santos Bellini. That is brilliant. Santos Bellini. Can you get the finish, Santos? Oh, yeah. Give it up to Santos Bellini. That move to the inside behind Joseph Schwartz is special. Very special. Whoa. It's going to take us to our courtesy change there, and I can't think of a better way to do it. Well done, Santos Bellini. And better with the finish. The finish puts the icing on the cake, but that move behind Joseph Schwartz was brilliant, buddy. Good job. 2:42 on the clock. This has been a fun game to watch. Whoa, man, Sunday is gonna be good. Whew. Another little change in the wind here. So we are getting I think we went all the way around. We went from the west to the north. Now we're coming from the east. So just a kind of a swirling wind today. Santos is going to stay on this mare, and I would stay on her too, Santos. I might play her a couple chuckers, that one. He says, yeah, what a horse that is. Another Santa Rita breeding operation, but unbelievable. Those plays that they make in behind and do, I mean, they gave me chills down my back. Just watching all these beautiful, amazing pilots, amazing horses. Love watching those plays like that, especially when they get the finish. Good little breather here for everybody. So everybody should be well rested. We took about half the players went ahead and took advantage of the courtesy change. I think Nick's going to go change a mallet, so we're going to have a little more time here. Get ready, 2:42 left, 3-3. We got a set of threes on the board. We'll play out the final 30, and then we will see you at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. on Sunday. I think that's the scheduling. I think if we get a change, you always keep your eye on that. You never know. Sometimes we have to change games, and remember, come on over to the NPC, cheer your teams on, have some fun. Love to thank the Ganseys. Had a great time this summer. This spring, going through the spring season here. And here we go. Looks like we got Nick back, and good luck to both teams. Dorniak, Gaston will give it back, and Santa Rita has been very strong. I think they're the strongest team out of all three on the bowl-ins, so they'll use that to their advantage on Sunday. Riley, good cleanup spot. Look for the finish. Oh, Riley, she's got that play down. Well done, Riley Gansey. And Riley Gansey will pick up her third of the day. Mixing it up very well, though. Everybody on Santa Rita scoring goals today. And that's going to come into play on Sunday. And here we go, 4-3 with 1:45 on the clock. A little bit of a hustle play. Tamacho Pierres and Jason. Tamacho, Nick, mallets in the air, no whistle on the play. I think that's a good non-call. And Roldan will work it to inside. 3 jerseys around him, and Roldan is going to make it through. Are you kidding me? No, it's tough. I think it was impossible to make, but it rolled just out. But applause to Roldan getting by 3 very strong players. Knocking coming. Quick knocking by Estrada. All 3 teams have not wasted any time on. Now, you got 10 seconds. You got to understand that to take that knock-in. So you can usually use the clock a little bit, but I love the way the teams have not really worried about that today. They have gone to playing quick. There another inside-out play. Look at this pony of Tamacho Pierres, but backed up nicely by Jason. And Lorenzo doing his job as Roldan coaching him around the corner. Here's your 30-second warning horn. Our final 30 seconds of the day. Tamacho Pierres will get time for one more shot. Good job by Joseph. Riley comes in, slows him up a little bit. Good job, Riley Gansey. Tamacho Pierres at the 60. Working it to the 40. Leaves it now for Nick. Roldan. And he'll get the finish, and there you go. So Deuce will get the equalizer, and we are looking good for Sunday. So applause to all the teams, and I want to thank everyone for joining us today. Thank you, Riley Gansey, Jason Crowder, Alejandro Naviza Estrada, and Santos Belina, Santa Rita, and Deuce. Lorenzo Ramirez, Tamacho Pierres, Nick Roldan, Joseph Schwartz, of course, our Newport team. Once again, I want to thank everyone for tuning in today. I'm Dale Schwetz. Join us on Sunday at 10 a.m. We'll be at the NPC if you'd like to come out to the game. Dress for the weather. But I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports. I say thank you for making us leaders of polo broadcasting. And always remember here at CTV Sports, we love the polo.